Okay, it is 6 p.m. on April 7th, and we've had, well, kind of windy, but pretty good weather here. Easter Sunday was beautiful. Sometimes Easter is like cold or rainy, or it was like the most beautiful day Sunday. So it's been a little windy since, but that was a great day. Okay, I'm going to say a quick prayer and then we're going to get going. So, Lord, I just thank you for this day and I thank you for these ladies. And Lord, we just love you and we just appreciate all that you do in our lives. And thank you for our friendships and our Mary Kay businesses. And thank you that we can come together each week. And Lord, we just do lift up Debbie and we pray that she will get completely well and that she starts feeling much better, has more energy, gets her voice back. Thank you that she was able to join us again tonight. And Lord, we just ask that you keep me clear so that when I explain things, it's not difficult and it's helpful and help us to be able to just support each other in our businesses. Just be with all the ladies in our unit. We have a lot of ladies in our unit. And of course, they're not here every Tuesday, but we care about them all. And Lord, we just thank you for each one who's on our team. And just guide us in our businesses and in our lives. And it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Mhm.
Okay, nobody else on here yet. All right. Before we get started, I'm going to give you guys just a minute tonight. I do want to do one thing. I want to do let me do recognition, and then I'm going to have you guys talk for a second. Um, I did get. Am I echoing?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't know why I'm echoing. There's Stephanie. Okay. Alex, I'm not sure because you have two things up. Yeah, mute that one and see. Am I still echoing? Is it better?
It's better.
Okay, it may be because I don't know why it does that. But I do want you to chat for a second, so maybe when you unmute, maybe if I'm not talking, it won't. It won't, because I'm going to ask each of you guys a question in a minute. But I did want to do Reco really quick. Jody, I did get a bunch of accomplishment sheets from you, but none of them were from March 29th to April 4th, correct?
No, I sent you last week. So it was like 200 and something.
Okay, it showed up as 0 on my end, and I was like, but I got like 5 different ones, but it was like all through March or
It was
something.
all February. And I thought
Okay.
that was weird, but I went in and completed a bunch of invoices that were incomplete because I thought I had submitted all of February, but I guess not. So I went in and resubmitted all of those, and then I'm up to date through last week. So yeah, I had like
Okay.
a 200 and 238.
Okay. Does anyone else have any sales they want to? Yeah, Dawn, how much was yours last week?
284. I did not send my accomplishment sheet, but it was 284.
Okay. Anybody else? I saw you had an order, Stephanie. Was that a My Shop order? That's cool. That's good. Okay, good. I can't remember how much it was, but do you remember what the retail was on it? I don't remember. It's like maybe
It was like
$100
25
retail, was it?
bucks.
Oh,
No,
okay. So like
it was
maybe
small.
$50. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But Stephanie got a My Shop order, so that's good. Did you know who it was?
It's the same person.
It
She
was the
just
same
keep
person.
checking
Well,
out
they
it
like your
again.
My Shop order. Okay. They like your My Shop.
I told her to
That's
create
awesome.
an account. She won't.
Okay. That's funny. All right. And then I sold 282. So we're all kind of in there together. Um, I don't know if you guys saw. So that, I mean, I felt like I did get like a few people ordering right before Easter. Sometimes people need foundation or whatever. But it was a slower week for me last week, I guess. Did you guys see the promotion for the month that I want us to um, track how many products you're selling? So just the number. So I thought I'm going to add up how many products have I sold so far since in April, and I only have 12 items. But did anyone else count? How many items did you have, Dawn?
16.
16. Okay. So I'm just curious. So the promotion is if you order 400 wholesale in the month, which I'm suspecting you're going to have at least 40 items sold to be able to order 400 wholesale. We'll see if I'm wrong. We'll see how it pans out. Then you could earn your new foundation from me because new foundations are coming out. And then if you do, plus you'll get a sample pack of new foundations. And if you do a 600 wholesale, you're going to get, I'm thinking that's going to be around at least 60 items sold. You're going to get your foundation, a sample pack of foundations, and the new beauty sponge. And then if you do an 800 wholesale, which should be at least 80 items sold, you're going to get your foundation, sample pack of foundations, the new sponge, and one of the new Glamour products. So just kind of a fun promotion for the month, but it'd be fun to get your own. But I think it's good for all of us to count how many products are we selling. Let's track how many products we are, and then where does that put us at the end of the month? So just, as when we have something to track, it seems like we're a little more focused, and a track number grows, right? So we want to all sell more products. So even if you don't hit the 400 wholesale, if you're tracking how many products you're selling and that you have focus on that, it kind of increases. So that's really good. Okay, I think we're going to take about 5 minutes. So just really quickly, I want each one of you to tell me how you are today without saying good or great. Because when you get on and I say, how are you? Usually say good. So I want you to tell me, and I'm going to start with one of you, and then I want you to tell me who the next person is who's going to answer. So it may not be good or great, but that's okay. But you can't use those two words. So Debbie, why don't you start, and then you can popcorn to whoever you want to next. How are you today?
Unbelievable.
Oh, that's a good one. Who do you want to popcorn to?
We'll go to Alexandra.
Okay, how are you today, Alexandra? Oh, I can't hear you. Sorry.
Super.
Super. Okay, well, you guys are very positive. That's awesome. Okay, who are you going to popcorn to? Who?
Jody.
Jody. Okay.
I am inspired.
Oh, that's good. Okay, who are you going to popcorn to?
Stephanie.
Optimistic.
Optimistic. You guys are great. Okay, Dawn, that leaves you popcorning to you. What's your word going to be?
Relieved.
That's a good word. You guys are so positive. That's
Mm.
awesome. And you guys came up with great words without saying good or great. So I'm going to say I've been productive this week. I'm productive. Like, that's a good thing, right? Or for me, sometimes I'm task oriented, so I'm productive. I thought it would be to just do something different tonight, just to kind of get everybody to say a little something and think on a positive note. You could have said something negative, but you guys are Mary Kay girls, and so we're thinking on the positive side. Thanks for playing the game. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started because we're going to cover, usually the first Wednesday we kind of cover what's going on with the company. There's not as many things, but there is some fun things that we can talk about. So one of the things I want to read is Mary Kay's words of wisdom out of our director's memo today, which I thought was really good. She said, start to build your dream in your mind and write that goal down on paper. You must make your goals realistic, yet aim high enough that you will have to stretch to reach them. Whatever your goals are, plan how you're going to do that. Don't limit yourself to just one route. Plan several ways to reach the destination that you want. And that was from Mary Kay. And I thought that was kind of good as we're kind of in our last 90 days of the seminar year, which is really hard to believe. But anyway, I guess as I get older, every year goes faster. So anyway, I thought those were good words. So I did want to tell you, I know we all have kind of differing thoughts on how much we want to promote our My Shop accounts, and it truly is up to you. But you know, they did a promotion, the company did, in the month of March, where the top 10 independent beauty consultants and top 10 sales directors per seminar who were active and achieved the highest retail sales through their online shop during the challenge timeframe could win that Mary Kay bling jacket that they are going to pick up at seminar. So it was so much fun that they are doing it again in April, calling it hop to the top 10, I guess, for Easter, because it was March to the top 10. And so they're doing that again. So if My Shop is what you're promoting, that is something that you could win. They did tell us that they're tracking between Sapphire, Diamond, and Emerald. And you know, we're Sapphire now. And Sapphire is currently leading the way with a number of active My Shop accounts. And so if you're a competitive kind of girl, then right now Sapphire is. And Sapphire had the most new recruits in March too. So that's kind of exciting for us that we're in the winning seminar right now of all that. So anyway, I thought I would just tell you that. I did want to remind you that the Preferred Customer Program sign-up deadline is April 17th, which that's about 10 days away. And so I just wanted, I'll try to text remind you guys too, if you forget. If possible, I think this is really a good one to sign up for, partly because of the price changes. So that way, if someone's ordering from you from your catalog or your website, I mean, it's going to be with the new prices. And so, and partly too, because foundations are going to be the main part of the book. I have not gotten my new, I get a buzz kit, you know, ahead of time. I still don't have it yet. I know Brenda Austin got hers today. So she sent a picture of what was in it because we were curious how many new foundations were going to be in there, you know, that we were going to get to play with right off the bat. And there's quite a few. There's not every color because there's 36 new foundations color-wise, but there are several new things. So I haven't seen the lookbook yet. I will when I get that buzz kit, but I feel like this is one you wouldn't want to miss just because of the foundation, some of the spring products, and then just the price changes. So we'll keep that on the top of our mind. And then just a reminder, because we're getting close to the end of the year, you know, if you're a 4-quarter star, they did go back to, let me see, where we get that prize at the end when we go to seminar. And so I looked today to kind of see. So you have to be a star, and then it looks at your total. Let's see if I can get this to pull up. It looks at your total points. So even if you were like a Sapphire Star one and a Ruby Star the next, it looks at your total points, and then we get to pick one of these items up at seminar based on where we are at the end of the year. So I hadn't really been showing this a whole lot, but just a reminder, if you've been 3-quarter star, you definitely want to be a 4-quarter star so that you can pick up wherever you are. And if you're not sure how many points you have, you can look that up under Star Consultant Tracking. I kind of look at each quarter and add it up. I don't know. There probably will be a seminar recognition tab at some point that will kind of give us our total, because I was kind of looking to see where I was going to land, because I have not been a pearl every time, so I don't think I'm going to get the big shoulder bag, but I love the crossbody bag, so I'll take that free bag. That's exciting. So I guess if I pushed, I could get to the little pearl handle handbag, but I kind of like this crossbody one, but it'll be kind of fun. So just if that's where you're at, just so you know, not to forget that about that. Now, oh, did you have a question, or are you just touching your, okay. The main thing I want to talk to you guys about tonight though, is the new foundations. And I believe that you guys have access to this. I believe it's not just directors, but you guys can check and make sure. But if you go under education on Mary Kay and Touch, and there's a whole hub on the TimeWise 3D Foundations. And I think you guys have access to it already. So we're going to go through some of the things that are on here, just so you guys can see. Now, why is it doing that? It's going to my at a glance. I didn't go to at a glance. I was trying to go to TimeWise 3D Foundations. There we go. Okay. I'm going to show this quick little video because some of you guys weren't at Career Conference, so you didn't see this. So let's do this really quick.
TimeWise 3D Foundation, powered by skin-loving ingredients, medium to full coverage and 36 shades with needle nose precision, all-day wear and 2 stunning finishes. Luminous moisturizes, matte controls shine. A skin smart foundation that moves with you. TimeWise 3D Foundation. Room to you.
It's kind of exciting to get new foundations, and there's another little video about it. I have not used weird, I'm getting a weird error on here. I have not used the AI powered foundation finder tool on our MyShop accounts for a bit. I thought I might practice using that again because it wouldn't be a bad idea to have people try it. You know, they really need to go to your MyShop on their phone if they're going to use the AI powered foundation finder tool. In the past, I found that it was reading people a little bit light. But once the new foundations come out on March 16th, then when you go to the AI powered foundation finder tool, it'll be the new foundations. So I did want to show you in here. Sorry, I'm not getting it to work very well. There is a conversion chart. And there's also a range and category chart. So let me just kind of show you this. So the new colors are all named kind of like the new concealers, like light 1 through light 7, medium 1 through medium 14. So they added some colors there in the medium and in the light, actually. And then they did add several new colors in the deep. And so it's deep 1 through deep 15. So there's quite a few colors, but this kind of gives you the conversion of them. And then it tells you over to the side, you know, light with neutral undertones, light with cool rosy undertones, light with neutral yellow undertones. And so like I wear Ivory Warm 120 now. And so there's no direct match to that. And so I'm supposed to pick either 3 or 4. And there's a couple of shades like that, which I'll tell you guys about. Let me show you this other one that they gave you. This is the range and category chart. So this tells you like, okay, so with this, where does very light CC cream come in versus what silky setting powder would they use depending on which color, what concealer color would they use, and under eye corrector. So that's kind of a helpful chart. So both of these are things that would be helpful if you have someone. I'm going to try to foundation match everybody I can, but if they don't want to sit down for a foundation match, you could at least give them a sample in the one that it should be, or a couple of samples in that, and that would help you. Now, this is the fact sheet. And so it's seamless match to skin tone, buildable, medium to full coverage that lasts all day, antioxidant protection from the patented TimeWise 3D Complex, and we still have matte and luminous finish. The main thing is the skin tone mimicking shades. So with the IntelliMatch technology, we captured the true tones of women from around the world to create our 36 inclusive shades. Buildable medium to full coverage, all day wear, patented TimeWise 3D Complex, and that's the resveratrol, vitamin B3, and age-defying peptide like this in our Miracle set. Smooth and natural, and offered in a choice of finish to match the moment. So the other thing that they told us was that it was definitely more transfer resistant, so it's not going to rub off, which I felt our others was pretty good, but it's going to be even better. And then a couple of things, let's see. Did you guys notice that it has like the little tiny applicator instead of the larger one so that you don't squeeze out too much? And this was pretty interesting. I looked at the frequently asked questions. And, you know, like, why did they change it? So they updated it to make it easier for us to sell. Our exclusive IntelliMatch technology allows you to have the right shade for significantly more women since we've added colors with the 36 true skin tone shades. And what's the difference between them? The latest TimeWise 3D foundation is a new formula, although it provides many of the same benefits that we've had in our previous one. The coverage, the payoff is a truer medium coverage and is buildable to full coverage. Some of the most popular shades are still available in the new formula, but we've also adjusted and added shades. They did the Ivory 1 through Ivory 7 because they thought it was just a simpler naming convention and easier to go with like concealers and stuff. Shade consistency between matte and luminous are the same now, whereas in the past there was a little bit of a difference. And the needle nose tube for better control over the amount of the formula. And what is the difference between matte and luminous? Very much like it is now. Matte is gonna, mattify skin, helps control shine, formulated with microspheres that act like sponges to absorb oil, does not feel drying. And then the luminous brightens skin, moisturizes all day, formulated with jojoba and skin conditioning esters for a natural looking healthy glow and provides a natural radiance. Then this was interesting to me. Are all the shades new and which shades were eliminated? So they eliminated beige N190, which I thought was interesting. I have a lot of people on beige N190. Beige C220, bronze warm 140, bronze C180, and luminous ivory 120. Beige 220 and beige 190 in the luminous as well. And it says we found these shades to be too similar. I guess to maybe one of the shades down to it. So like that is true. 150 and 190 are pretty similar, but I have some people that feel like they're going a little darker with 190. So I don't know. And eliminating them allowed us to add new shades that fill larger shade gaps. So that makes sense because there were a few shade gaps. And then how to convert your current customers. You could use the chart to begin with for sure, or have them try the AI powered thing. And then here again is the conversion charts. And then, okay, I thought this was interesting too. There's no longer a 12-hour wear claim. You can be assured that consumer testing confirmed TimeWise 3D Foundation lasts all day and stays looking fresh all day. We also tested different formulas among hundreds of consumers to help ensure the best balance of coverage, finish, payoff, skin tone match, and experience. The final luminous and matte formulas were selected as the most preferred. So I thought that was interesting. And then, let's see. And then it says, you can apply it. Really, you could apply it any way you want to still. And we're going to have that new sponge that's kind of flat on one side. So I'm kind of curious to see how that works. I'd never really used the other sponge. I like the liquid foundation brush, but we can kind of play with that. There's no fragrance, no oil. There's no parabens. safe for pregnant women. I thought this was interesting that the use up rate is 1.1 months. So, I wear foundation every single day, and my foundation lasts a lot longer than that. So I don't know. It has the same ounces as our current foundation. The tube is thinner, but it's kind of longer. So, I don't know. It's the same ounces. So I feel like I don't know that they'll use it up that quick. I don't know if I have anyone that uses it quite that much, but and the shelf life is still 3 years. And there is a QR code on the box, and that opens a document that provides the carton information in multiple languages, which I don't know that you need, but just interesting. So I thought some of that, I didn't know all of that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. There is also some flyers. And then there's this little action plan is kind of good if you feel like you have a lot on your shelf. I really still do. So they kind of give you strategy. So it's like create promotions to help you sell through your personal inventory. Offer a gift with purchase for every sale of the current TimeWise 3D foundations until the new ones launch. Offer a special hostess reward for pre-booking foundation shade matching parties. And I don't know, I need to do something probably because I have so many. And I probably need to do it quickly because I'm going to be able to order the new ones at the end of this month, but I want to move what I have. So some people don't like change, and so they'll probably get the same because they don't want to change. And then there are other people who are like, I want the best, in the new. So, but if you have any concern about that, let me know. There is under MK Confident a TimeWise 3D Foundation module now, if you want to look at that. And let's see. It says to prepare to market the new TimeWise 3D foundations on your social media channels. And so they're going to have more digital images. I looked, they don't have any digital images really yet, but they should have those soon if you wanted to share pictures. And I mean, they're not going to be available for you to order until, if you do preferred customer program by April 17th, then you can order the new foundations on May 10th. If you don't do preferred customer program, then you can order them on the 15th of May. Whew, we're in April of May. Sorry, I said that wrong. Okay, so any questions about the foundations at this point? Did anybody look and see if you have access to that on your Mary Kay InTouch? I think you do. Everything I just showed you, I think you do.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
you do.
Yeah.
Yes,
So that
everything.
way you can go ahead and look at those, conversion charts and all of that, like for your own self, even to know. Does everybody wear some form of the liquid foundation or not? Stephanie, do you wear any liquid foundation? No. And you do, Debbie. Do you wear the liquid foundation, Alexandra? Okay. And you do, right, Dawn? Okay. All right. So even for yourself, you can kind of figure out what might be for you. I don't know if you guys saw this in the MK News, but the TimeWise Repair Voluform Night Treatment is going to get a name adjustment and a little bit of an ingredient adjustment. So what they're doing is, so it's not going to say with retinol. The vitamin A derivative retinol has been replaced with a different retinoid. It's called retinol linoleate. I don't know if I said that right, which prompted a slight change to the product name. So the new name is TimeWise Repair Voluform Night Treatment. The overall formula experience, product claims, and benefits will remain the same. So I don't know. I usually talk about how it has encapsulated retinol in it. So maybe I won't say that now. But I don't know. I didn't look up like what the exact difference is between, retinol and the retinol linoleate or whatever. So I'll probably Google that and see kind of what the difference is. And I don't really know why they decided to change that, but just so you know that it's not going to say that now. Okay. I also wanted to remind you of the Rise and Radiate Challenge. So, go back here. Okay, get out of this. So there's two ways. So everybody's involved in this, whether you're doing this to sell for yourself or whether you're in the unit, everybody's involved in the Rise and Radiate Challenge in some form or fashion. So if you are doing it for the selling, then if you have at least 4 months from January through July that you've done a 600 wholesale order, then you're going to get standing recognition. If you do it for 5 months, you're also going to get a sash. And if you do it for all 6 months, you're going to get this bag. So I am kind of watching that, and I'm trying to promote that because we're now at a month where if you've had 1 month in, then you really have to do the rest of the months to hit the 4 months. So watch for that. So that's one way. The other way is in our unit growth. And that affects us too by how many people we have in our unit that are currently active. So for the next 3 months, my goal is to try to get everybody active. So if you're not someone that orders every single month, if it works out for you to order at least one time, in March, April, I'm not ready for April, apparently, y'all. April, May, and June. So if you're someone that has recruits, then you can help me try to help all the recruits get active because we want to have at least the 10% increase. I don't really care about the orange and pink bag that much, which I'll take the bag, but I'm not all about the bag. I just think it's a really good goal to have that many more. And so what has happened is we've kind of gone backwards. We've gotten new recruits. We got several new recruits last month, but they're not all active. And then what's happened is we've had more people fall into inactive, and then we've had other people order, but then other people fall off. So we're kind of like this. And so my goal is to at least get us to the 10%. So I'm going to be encouraging everybody to at least order once in the next 3 months as an active consultant. And one thing that you guys should be aware of and think about too, because it's so new to us with this whole MyShop ordering. If you get a MyShop order in a month or a couple of MyShop orders, that counts. So like if they go onto your MyShop and they order $100 retail, then that might be a great month for you to try to order because you only have to make up the difference to get to the $450 retail. So, like if you got a couple of MyShop order come in April, then you might go, okay, what do I need to do to sell so that I can order the rest of what I need to hit $450 retail? Because you wouldn't have to do $450 retail all by yourself because you've already got some MyShop orders in there. And so you just add that to the total. And then remember that when you're ordering, this has confused a lot of consultants. Make sure if you're not currently active and you want to be active, that you make sure that the bottom retail number is hitting 450 because it looks a little confusing when you go in there because it's already giving you a discount right from the beginning because it gives you 30% off. And so people used to just look as soon as they got the discount and they're like, oh, I got my 50% off. And so they're like thinking they're good, but really you got to make sure that the retail number is 450 so that you're getting your 50% off, if that's what you're intending to do, if you're currently inactive. So if you guys have any questions about that, because I've had several consultants, we've had 3 or 4 that thought they were doing an active order because they were just looking at the 225 wholesale, but it was giving them 30% off. So their retail number wasn't 450. So we're so used to looking at the wholesale number, but when you're ordering, make sure you're looking at your retail number of 450 if you're trying to be active. Of course, you can order less and get 30% off if you want to, but if your goal is to hit that, then you just want to make sure you don't miss it. So does that make sense? Because you don't think it's confusing until you get in there and do an order. And then you're like, oh, this is a little confusing. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I think I posted about this, but did everybody see they're also changing the name of Fancy Nancy lip gloss?
No.
It's going to be called Fancy Coral. We're so used to Fancy Nancy. Okay, so Fancy Nancy will be renamed Fancy Coral to better align with our product portfolio. There are no changes to the product, only the name. So you'll see the updated name in our systems and materials over the next few weeks. And it says with new packaging to follow later this year, I guess on glasses. So please note that the name will remain unchanged on the Section 2 Mary Kay Unlimited Lip Gloss set because it's inside those sets on the. So Fancy Nancy and Fancy Coral are the same thing. So just so you're not confused. And then a reminder that the cap shape on the TimeWise Voluform Deep Wrinkle Filler is going to be a little bit different. It looks more flat like the eye cream. So I have a kind of a hard time, I have to really look at the boxes and make sure I don't have the eye cream and the filler in the same place. So now if you take it out and you personally use both, you need to make sure that you don't get confused. I mean, you should know when you open it and it doesn't have the little eye, thing, but just so you know. And then they also, I think I told y'all last month they were going to get rid of the actual plastic bag that the Miracle Set comes in. But if you order a Miracle Set, it's still a better price for the 4 products. It's just not going to come in a bag so that they can save the environment. And then I posted in our Facebook page last week the changes to the prices, because there's quite a few changes to prices that will come out in the lookbook on May 16th. Not a lot of change in the actual price, just a lot of products. So my brain is not going to remember. I'm going to have my lookbook with me all the time, because I already sometimes still charge the wrong price for things that changed the last time we had a product change. So I really have to check myself with my book, or else I mess up. Okay, and then just a reminder, because this will start coming up more, seminar is in Fort Worth, and it is August 14th through 16th. I can sign up for seminar on May 18th, and all of you guys can sign up for seminar on May 20th. And it will be $250 online registration fee. And I don't know anything about hotels yet or anything like that. When we went, Jody and I were there for leadership a few years ago, and there was several hotels literally right there. Like, there's a big Omni right across the street, but we stayed at one that was not as expensive as Omni, and we had a free breakfast, and it was literally across the street, which was really nice. If you think you're coming from the St. Louis area, I would fly American, because the airport that flies American is closer to Fort Worth than the one that does Southwest. Southwest only flies into Love Field, and that is farther away, because Jody and I flew for that, and it was a long Uber ride to Love Field. It was long and expensive. Neither one is super close to Fort Worth, but DFW is definitely closer to Fort Worth, and that would be like American or United or whatever. So just FYI on that, if you guys are looking at that. And we'll talk more about that as we get closer to May and who's actually registering and all of that. But okay, so that's really all that's going on with the company. And you guys know what the promotion is for the month. We're counting our how many products we're selling, and trying to sell and work to get active and get our consultants active, so we can have a 10% increase, and that collectively, that's a whole unit goal that we can do together. And trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. Am I forgetting anything that you guys have questions about that you can think of? next week we're going to do another chapter or a couple chapters, a couple of in the book that we've been doing, the charge book, the charge book. We're going to do that next week. Also tomorrow night, if you guys are really wanting to do like gift giving and you want extra training, tomorrow evening, it's not a guest event, it's a training event with Janice Trude, and I put that picture in our Botions Brat Stars and what her Zoom ID is, and she's just going to have some directors on there that are really, really good at Mother's Day gifting ideas. So if that's something that you would be interested in watching, you can do that at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. But she also gives away prizes to consultants on those nights. So you could get on there and get training and also get a Kate Spade bag. So if you want to get on there and see what they do for Mother's Day gifting, that will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And then Thursday, it is, April 9th, right? That would be this week. It is National Sales Director Bridget Shaw is doing the event for the sharing event, which will be Thursday night at 8 p.m. So, and I know Dawn has watched some of these things after they've been recorded. Like, so if you even can't get on live, but you're like, okay, I'm interested in, if you go to Janice Trude's YouTube channel, you can watch any of these things after the fact. Now, being on live gets you the opportunity and your guests the opportunity to earn some of the free stuff. But if you're like, I can't get on live, but I am interested in watching Bridget Shaw and how she, does the opportunity, I'd love to see that. And I can't get on that night or I can't get guests, but I want to watch. You just go to the YouTube channel, Janice Trude's YouTube channel, and you can watch that. But a lot of those have been good. But if you want to watch, I know some of you guys are already naturally good at gift giving, but sometimes it's kind of fun to see what other people are doing. And if you're already good at it, then you kind of know how you would want to tweak it or whatever. So that's a thought too. Okay. Anything else that you guys can think of? Any questions, concerns about foundations? I'm just ready to get to try it myself. I hope there's one in the box I get that I can actually try on my skin. If not, I'm going to order it at the end of the month. So next month, on the first of the month, next month, I will have the foundations in my hand. I'll have the new cologne. I'll have all the new products that are coming out in spring. So we'll definitely do that the first Tuesday of May, so you guys can see that. But I'm like, we're at the last 90 days of the seminar year. Last week, we kind of talked about being inspired at Kerr Conference and just wanting to work to the end. So I encourage you guys to do that and keep recruiting. We had several new recruits last month. Yay. Good job, everybody. I am going to do another set of new recruiting training because of the changes with my shop and Great Start and some of the things, not having the Great Start app. Some of my training that I have out there is it's different now. So, and we have several new people. So I think I'm going to try to shoot for start that training 4-part series in May. And I'll just probably do what I did before and do it on Sunday evening. But I'll record those. And I'm trying to figure out, YouTube has deleted some of my training because I pull up Mary Kay and Touch, like my customers or whatever, to show how to do it. And it shows people's names. So YouTube deletes my whole recording. So I found out there's a way to garble that part of the page so that you don't actually see the name. I'm going to figure out how to do that. So maybe the trainings will stay out there. And so I'm going to have to try to get a technical win with that, but I'm going to see if I can figure that out. So then that way those new consultant trainings can be used for a while with the right information. We'll see. They can only be used for a while. And then if the company changes things when the new seminar year, we'll see. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. Anything else that you guys can think of? Questions? Thanks for sharing all your positive words. of how you were doing tonight. That was really helpful and good. And we're glad you're feeling a little bit better, Debbie. Hopefully you get 100% for sure. So, all right. Well, I guess that's all I have for tonight. And then next week will be mindset, and then we'll go from there the following week. And Jody, how are you doing with your hand before we go?
Well, we did an evaluation today, and my grip strength is up a pound. Well, my pushing is up, went from 0 to 1 with this hand, and so, or this finger, these two fingers, and my grip went up from 1 to 3.
Yay!
Yeah,
So progress. That's progress.
yeah, and my arm strength, my arm strength is coming back. So, yeah, where before, I had no, which way? This way, where I couldn't push, she could just like flip me over. I could actually hold her a little bit. So, yeah, so I lost all the muscle in this arm.
Mhm.
And up through here too. So I have in my hand. So it's just rebuilding all of it, and learning to, So that's why I said I was inspired, because that was, that gave me my inspiration. That's inspiring to know that even though it's just little numbers, it's little improvements, it's improvements. And so,
Yay, that's good. And you're doing good, Dawn, with you get several more times of therapy, right?
Yes, and yesterday was a major improvement. Well, actually, since Friday, just the way I've been feeling and my mobility, and I did 2 workouts yesterday and went to therapy. So pretty
Yay.
amazing.
That's
Yes.
good. Very good. All right. And everybody else is good? Okay. All right. Well, I will let y'all go. And next week we're gonna be inspired, hopefully next week, with our mindset training. So hope you guys all can come back. And I think that's all I got for tonight. And I'm excited for foundation changes, because that means getting in front of people and foundation matching, which is always good. And that's a big thing for most people. So they want the right foundation. It's important. All right. Y'all have a good rest of your evening and a great week, and count your number of products you sell. Okay. All right. Talk to y'all later.